all come. What do you mean? He's still alive? Yes. Ridiculous. Didn't Ramses shoot him down? She was also in the gear that Ramses shot down. I won't have her die. There is already a mother. Although she may be the antitype, as long as the current mother exists. As far as I see it, that is not complete. Quite picky, aren't you? Didn't you say you threw away all human emotions? I don't care what you think. Anyway, as far as he is concerned, I will put Ramses onto him. Any objections? Where is he presently? Etronac is destroyed, but part of the memory cube is still active. We should still be able to locate individuals. Wait a moment. He has left the crash site and is heading towards Ignis. I see, so he has left the area. That means it is only a matter of time before the seal is broken. Did you say something? It's nothing. Just sit there and wait for the good news. What about retrieving the girl? The key is already beginning to resonate. The time of resurrection is near. We can get the girl anytime. It doesn't have to be now. Let's take our time. My thing about Khan can't be true. Khan isn't 500 years old. Why not? On my way to Ignis, I re-encountered him, Karan Ramses. Wow, this is definitely a budget cut. Ramses once again stood in my way in his Omni-Gear vendetta. It was an unavoidable battle. I released the new function that was added to my Mark II gear, System ID. This is definitely a budget cut. Like, are we even gonna be... Okay, I was like, are we gonna be even... Ooh. ID mode for 3 turns. X-Chi Blast. Okay. So I guess if I boost, it's going to be a waste of a turn. So I should attack now. It says my attack level is X, so I'm going to attack... Oh. Okay. Interesting. Okay, big damage. I'm already in id mode. Yeah, I was just checking like if I wanted to boost. Alright, let's try the triangle one this time. Camera angle for these attacks are absolutely atrocious. Ramses' absolute confidence was shattered, leaving only his cry of disbelief and resentment. Ramses' machine disappeared into a sea of foliage. Why he was so fixated on me, I know not why. But he did say this: only you didn't exist. Yeah, well, what happened to all the dialogue? Like, we could have had a bunch of dialogue right there, and he would have you know, started yelling at me. Like, what happened to all that? In order to disperse the nanomachines, Emeralda and I headed for one of the ruins of the Zeboim civilization, the mass driver facility. Wow, we're not gonna be able to do this either. Or, wow, like, we're legit. Okay. Fortunately, the facility was still active, which allowed us to proceed on to the central control room with little difficulty. Along the way, we saw various missiles and giant rockets that were created during the Deboim era. They stood like tombstones of that ancient civilization. It was a graveyard for a race of people who destroyed each other over pride and arrogance. Normally you have to use a ton of fuel to do it for 3 turns. Okay. Once arriving at the central control room, we met up with Satan, who helped us activate the mass driver. We succeeded in launching the capsule containing the nanomachines, which would release the seal limiter. Yep, this is a dungeon skip. This is rough. Like, I don't necessarily mind, you know, I mean, but there is a lot of lost stuff that happens. Like the quality right now is kind of night and day as far as what they've been doing with the game and then what they are needed to do now. It's it's kind of crazy. It is really crazy. Like, man, they just skipped like a bunch of traveling, a bunch of dialogue between Faye and Ramses, and then they entirely skipped an entire dungeon, which we could have probably learned a bunch about Zeboim and stuff like that. Pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. There's still 3 dungeons and 2 optional ones on the disc. Only 3 dungeons? I'm at... Last time I checked, I was at 49 hours. So theoretically, I only had 11 hours at that point. Is there really only like 10 hours on disc 2? That's crazy. You know, I was going to say, they probably could have ended with disc 1 if they just cut back the ambitious parts. The nanomachines that were scattered into the upper atmosphere began to multiply and spread throughout the whole of the world. Nanomachines glittered in the sunlight, flowing like a large river in the sky. That glitter would remove the bonds restraining everyone. It was to be our light of hope for regaining back our true freedom. That's about right, you believe? All right, I don't have very much time left. Oh my goodness, we're not going to be able to see this either. Solaris' mobile surface supremacy weapon, the MSSW, invaded the area with great force. Shavat and Nissan's standard gear battalions were no match against it. It was only a matter of time before the Solaris mobile weapon arrived in Nissan. Wait, that looks like the ship, like the entire Solaris capital thingy. After we pushed back the Solarian gear units, we headed for Nortun, to the Kislev capital's administrative district. We went there to obtain our one and only means of standing up against the mobile weapon. Save current data? Sure. Alrighty. This will be a good cut point for the bottom. Still on this game? I am still on this game. Although this would be a great spot to stop. And last time I was in a situation like this, I did stop. And funnily enough, it was when I was in Kislev and Solaris was attacking, trying to destroy the reactor. So if I stopped here, it would be somewhat of a callback to that stop there. But I'm not. I'm gonna at least go for another hour. I don't know. It's a Saturday. It is kind of hot in here though. It's like a piece of what's left of it, you suppose? Oh, okay. You could do this part, and then after this part, You end up in a dungeon and you can save. Actually, no, there's still too many cutscenes. It's fine. The Kislev capitals. The Kislev capitals, Nortun's central administrative district itself. I think there's some mistakes there. Was a secret battleship constructed by Bart's ancestor, Roni Fatima, after the Great War with Solaris many hundreds of years ago. Yeah, we knew that. It looks like a ship. The existence of the secret battleship remained hidden. It's not much of a secret. It looks like a ship. Later, the ship was turned into a section of the Kislev imperial capital during the founding of the empire. Uncovering this truth from some ancient records, Bart activated the secret battleship in order to fight against the Solarian mobile surface supremacy weapon. This, you know, I'm not really salty that the game is doing this, you know, kind of like fast forwarding the game, but it is kind of sad that this just has to happen. The sand cruiser Yggdrasil was actually the center of command and actually the main secret weapon of the craft. Awakening from 500 years of dormancy, its true form appeared before us. Commanded by its new master, the secret battleship stood before the mobile weapon with all of us inside of it. Ever played Macros? I don't think so. Unless you mean like Macross, in which I would say I don't think so as well. That sadness right there is why the guy who made this left square. Seen Macross? No. I have. If I have, I don't remember anything about it. The only thing that I know of Macross is that. Oh my gosh, is it a gear? Is that Robotech is basically Macross, but not. It's I guess an inferior Macross. And I used to watch a lot of Robotech because my mom was obsessed with Robotech. Super Dimensional Gear Yggdrasil 4. All right, transformation complete. Come on, monster, let's go. You like the Robotech game on like the PS2 or whatever? I have never. Wow, we have 99,999 HP. I don't think I've ever played any of the Robotech games. This part is a Macross reference anyway? Oh. What kind of special options do we have? Wow, that costs all of our fuel. Unattempted to use it. Let's boost. Fort Hurricane. Or FT Hurricane. I still don't know what FT is supposed to stand for, so I just assume it's Fort. Okay, that was triangle. That was square. Oh, we don't have any death blows. That's disappointing. Just use the cannon? Okay. We're all gonna die. Oh no, you killed me! Now I gotta charge. It's all your fault, Kylor. Wow, this guy is super fast. Ooh, big damage. Where you think I'm okay? Okay. Well, looks like I managed to squeak by. There wasn't much of a challenge, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it. What is he, level 60? Earth mode. Woo, look at that money. Where did I get that much money? The Solaris mobile weapon was destroyed, which brought a sigh of relief to the continent of Ignis. Peace was signed, and after some 500 years of division, the land of Ignis once again became united. Excitement spread throughout Ave, Nisan, Kislev, Shavat. The sky shimmered as if to celebrate. By the hands of Eli, Satan, Torah, and Elmerelda, the nanomachines had been dispersed into the atmosphere. I wonder what that necklace is. I've been wondering that for a while. That was when disaster struck. Our songs of victory were replaced by the sounds of total pandemonium. In the beginning, we had no idea what had transpired. We witnessed inexplicable phenomena. People from all parts of the globe began to mutate into abnormal forms. It seemed to be triggered when the nanomachines removed the limiter seal that was placed on humankind by Krellian in the past. The human form, with its innate abilities, released. That's when I remembered what Hammer had said back in Solaris. His words were, "What becomes of the normal humans?" Who gained that EXP? Bart? Yes, Bart did. So they are naturally germinating because the resurrection of God is near. Those who will become the body of our servant. I never knew so many would exist, even without using the key. But some of them still have not yet begun to germinate. Are they not destined to be the flesh of God? Or perhaps those are the enemies of God? Let us reactivate the strategic points of the Soylent. At any rate, they are just incomplete mutants. They are useless now in their half-finished form. God's apostles, there cannot be any harm in having too many of them. Soylent. I actually tried Soylent before. I tried the red one, and it was awful. But I want to try it again, and I want to try like the regular vanilla one. The problem is you can't buy individual bottles. And you can get like the sample, but the sample only comes in like the coffee form or something like that. It's like I don't want that much, man. The chains that restrained humankind have been removed because of you. That doesn't mean there is anything wrong with our plan. Everything is still under control. In the event of the explosion in the capital of Solaris earlier, I had set up a nanomachine virus to diffuse into the atmosphere. I knew they were eventually going to break the seal, but the timing was a little close for comfort. The current mutations of the humans are an initial response to the virus. Once the virus we spread over the world germinates inside of the humans, they are no longer the same. They change into a controllable form. We need humans that do not depend on the key's invocation in order to awaken. In other words, a being to take the place of the original body of God. It's like a Trojan horse released at the time of assimilation with God. A literal virus, but isn't it different from what they intended? Of course, we can't let them have it their way. The Ark of God is mine. Either way is fine by me. I will just side with whichever is more certain one. The certain one, anyway. You're so confused by the shower room in Nortune D block? Yeah, like that guy is just standing there the whole time, is gone during the night. There is nothing in there. Yeah, I've been confused about that too, although I never actually I never checked it at nighttime. The Soylent System, a group of facilities formerly created by Solaris. These facilities existed all over the Earth. It is said that originally these were used for biological experiments and brainwashing. The people who mutated into what were called wells, or the true form of humans, gathered at these facilities. Some of the humans turned wells were attacking healthy humans and devouring their flesh and blood. That is because healthy human flesh and blood eased the pain of their sudden molecular changes and let them live longer. Their lives were so short. Soon after, severely mutated beings started to seek the flesh and blood of the less mutated beings. The Soylent System divides and merges those mutated bodies on a molecular level. A set of facilities that recreate a more perfect single life form to be used as a weapon. I need to, like, when I give my thoughts at the end of this, I definitely want to determine what I think should have been cut from the first disc or cut down to make the second disc maybe not the same quality, but at least not have just, exposition like this, something. That's something that I want to do, if I can remember. This was the truth behind the Gazel Ministries' M Plan. Ugh. That kind of looks like the Emperor. I believe his name is Kane. Okay, so now something here goes back to the intro. Go to those facilities and you will be freed from the unbearable agony. So people gathered seeking a fulfillment of this promise. There is salvation there. The news spread, although no one actually uttered it. Their mutated blood probably told such people to gather there. We went there to destroy the Soylent System. There, humans fought amongst themselves greedily for limited pardons to live. It was an ugly battle to keep on living, or so it may have seemed to the casual passerby. But to me, they were desperately trying to live. It was each person's natural human form. There were the haves and the have-nots, and among them were some of my former friends from Solaris. Who's talking right now? What friends in Solaris do you have, Faye, if you're talking? They wanted our flesh and blood. They told us the haves should share with the have-nots. They asked if a have such as myself could understand their pain. I couldn't answer. I think Ellie is talking right now. No matter what I said, it would have sounded like a conceited have speaking. Even so, I wanted to relieve their anguish, and I decided to do so. Just like the person in the memory of my dreams in the distant past. And suddenly, the system went out of control. The Sufol mass, a monstrous organism still in the process of amalgamation, broke through the barrier of the life support facilities and stood before us. no longer of human form. That which was once human began eating the people gathered there, seeking relief. We had to fight it in order to save the people and in order to save him. The eyes of that which was once human looked at me, pleading for death to take away the agony. Yeah. This is so weird. Yeah, Ellie, you need to get this stepping. Esmeralda. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be a gear battle or not. If this is a gear battle, I want to take Maria. I guess I haven't seen Esmeralda in a fight yet. Oh wow, I can swap out Faye. This is the first time I'm able to do that. If you hack the game data, you find that Mass Driver and Soylent System were coded as dungeon locations on the map. Ah. And Ellie is speaking? Excellent. Alright. Are you gonna let me go into... Please don't put me into the fight. Please don't put me into the fight. Okay. This is a foot battle? Okay. Cool. Alright, still nothing for you. You've got the Speed Ring S. I guess that's fine. There, Speed Crisis for you. Wizardry Ring is not going to do anything for you. I still don't know what this does. I really wish I did. I guess I'm gonna give that to her. How are we doing here? That's so great. Someone learned something new. That might not have been people. Oh, I'm only at 47 hours. I thought I was at 49 hours. Okay, I got time still. Gear. I haven't checked out her gear to what she has. Increases ether mock strength. She has 0 response. X ether mock. Oh, ether amp. Looks like Yamato Belt heals you at the start of fights. That's horrible. Guy has a ton of defense. See, I think I have one magnetic coat. That's not good. Apparently, if I take that off, my agility goes up. Crazy. Guess I'll give you a death blow or two, because why not? I'll give you. Alright, let's fight. It increases max HP during battle. Aha. They are at 1 HP after a fight from dying, and you got 400 max HP. Next fight will be 101 out of 500. I see. I guess that's kind of cool. Which one of these haven't I seen yet? I think this one? Okay. This fight gonna get kind of hard if you do it wrong. Already looking like I've done it wrong. I want to kill you guys. I think this is the best one we have for her right now. Airplane. I'm gonna do it wrong. I guess that'll be fine. My RPG I guess thoughts. You know, you always kill the little dudes first, and then you kill the big guy. Where are you going? Also, you just realized, if you've ever played Batten Kaitos, some of the same developers, this Suful Mass looks really similar to the final boss from that. I have not played that, but that was a game that I was actually kind of interested in playing. It just hasn't been on my radar per se. Interesting that the boss has not attacked me yet, except for that very first attack. That's an optional enemy? You mean required? Batten Kaitos is a great game. It's a little tedious, but the card battle system is something you really liked. I think it was a GameCube game? It came out on the GameCube originally? Alright, this guy... Oh, well, I did speed up, so that could account for kind of stuff. Yes, it was a GameCube game? Okay. You just one-shotted my dude. You missed my reaction to getting Doc's sword? It was probably a relatively tame reaction. I'm guessing he's just gonna one-shot me over and over again. Okay. He did not do that. Blah, 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 blah. There was also a there was also a prequel that was bad, where they screwed up the mechanics. It is a shame. Let's go ahead and speed buff yourself. Does Panals blah 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 revive people? Or heal people to max after they're alive? Check. Full restore to everybody. I'm guessing it doesn't revive people. Yeah, I'm a pretty tame dude. Yeah, I'm pretty relaxed. What one? This one? Oh no, I've already seen it. Oh, this will confirm it. This will confirm it. If he insta kills people with ether. Oh, okay, okay. We just okay. All right. Never mind. There goes that theory. Okay, so I just used water on him, and he... Let's just not risk it. Let's just not risk it. I was thinking like, okay, I will try the other elements and see if I can get away with it. But then I realized if I hit him with another element, that's another 2,000 HP that he's just going to recover. So might as well just do XX, which is the next most powerful one I've got. Okay. You know what? I'm going to be cheeky right now. Doesn't this boss absorb elements? Funny thing about that. Use XX only? I caught on. Or if Faye has them, the light dark ones, but I doubt he does. Yeah, I don't have the light dark anything. Okay, let's speed buff everybody again. For some reason I thought I saw somebody speed buff run out, but you know, after playing this game for a while, it kind of seems like speed buffs, or just buffs in general, don't run out. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Because this fight has gone quite a long time and their buffs didn't run out at all. Speed buff is the way to go. He can one-shot you, but he's slow. Yeah, he was pretty slow, actually. Especially with speed buff. That fight wasn't too bad. Yeah, he was one-shotting my dudes, but I would consider that a regular, you know, fight. Satan, please lend me your sword. What did you mean by oh.
I'm sorry. I guess I couldn't help you after all. All I can do for you now is ease your wounds.
Can't hear you.
I'm so sorry.
Ellie. You...
Okay, those anime sequences are so quiet. Please listen to me. Stop fighting amongst yourselves. We are all humans. This facility was built by the Solaris Ministry. It's created to implement their no-waste plan. Such facilities were to convert mutated humans into weapons that serve as tools for their ambitions. Just one part of their overall plan of racial purification. Oh yeah, and now she just swapped us. Oh, and her name swapped to Sophia too. Of course, once you enter their umbrella of protection, you can avoid absolute death. But is that human life? Even if you are the only one left, if you are devoid of a heart, what does it all mean? All of you want to be loved, needed by someone, so we took to others. By ourselves, we are lonely, but we try to draw close together to live. That's what it means to be human. That's how people live. What made that fight like super difficult? Like how was I doing it wrong? Are you supposed to kill the big guy first? Does he do less damage if you don't kill the little guys or something? A single hand cannot clap. To relieve your pain, I'll give however much of my flesh you need. Therefore, don't throw away your dignity as humans. Don't let go of your human heart. Ellie, are you okay? What are you doing? Think I'm doing something foolish? No. I only did what I could. Maybe I'm a hypocrite. a well-to-do have. Maybe it's only pity for the have-nots. But if I can know the joy of giving out a little of the life within me, then maybe someday it may just be possible that one human can truly give love to another. People can do it. I truly believe they can. That's why. Ellie. A lot stronger than most streamers you've seen here. I still don't even have most of the death blows too. Like, I've been slacking on that towards, like the second half of the game. Like before it was just like, oh, I'm totally on point with all of these, but then, started getting into a bunch of gear battles and I started slacking a bunch. You can play this with Japanese audio and English subs. It's a bit better. I don't know if I was given that option. I would have to check on that. Big guy doesn't do anything until the small fry dies. Aha. Guess who's back? Long stream? Yep. After that, we went from place to place, destroying all the Soylent System facilities located on the surface of the Earth and freed the people held at each of the locations. All the people that had been mutated were taken in by Nissan, where they received treatment. It's a mod to play in Japanese? Oh. Yeah, I'm playing on the PS3, so it'd be kind of difficult for me to do that. Those who had mutated only mildly were treated with Tora's nanomachines, which reconstructed and revived them. They were able to return back to their normal bodies. Unfortunately, there were some that had such accelerated symptoms that their treatment was not as promising. Trying to bring them back to a form that resembled a human was the best that could be done. However, mysteriously, they no longer fought each other for survival as they did when they were held by the Soylent System. Of course, their recovery from the physical pain of the mutation may have played a factor, but it wasn't only that. The majority of the people received by Nissan were those that had been admonished by Ellie and had regained their humanity. Isn't admonished like a bad thing? I'm gonna look that up. Admonished. Warn or reprimand someone firmly. Yeah. He admonished them? Yeah, admonish is the wrong word? Okay. Just like, I don't think that's what she did. Between her work in destroying the Soylent System facilities, Ellie also went around and nursed the people in Nissan. She aided the bodies of the mutated and lent an ear to those who had no other place to go for help. She was the very image of the woman who created Nissan, Mother Sophia. It became rumored that Ellie was a reincarnation or a second advent of Sophia. Go to Nissan and you will receive salvation. The news seemed to spread further about, and people came from all over to be saved, both physically and spiritually. Free from the supervision of Solaris, the surface dwellers began to unite in one place. Want to play Unraveled Tuesday? Won't be able to do it. It's probably going to be like a 6 to 8 hour game, I'm guessing, or 4 to 8 hours. So it would probably be better to do it on a weekend. The germinating of those destined to be the body of the servant of God. As before, the humans are gathering in Nissan. At this rate, not to fear, this might actually be helpful for us. The time is near. Should we not prepare for those who are to become the fleshly body of God and those who will awaken God? The time has come to activate the Gatia key. Admonish is the wrong word. What? Cain. What more do you intend to do? I cannot allow you to use the key. What are you doing? Without the resurrection of God, our purpose cannot be fulfilled. Or are you planning on perishing with God, Cain, without fulfilling our purpose? Your purpose? You were fated. You were fated to it from your birth. Why haven't you realized that it does not arise from your own free will? I've heard enough. Yes, this is of our own volition. If you still insist on opposing us, have you forgotten? You are my subordinates. I can destroy you if I so desire. We have already done our part. It's time to pass the helm to the next generation. The people will not perish. Next Saturday? Possibly next Saturday. Since Game of Thrones ends this weekend, I have Saturdays and Sundays somewhat free. So yeah, hit me up on Discord. We can try to schedule something. Although the initial impact of being released from the limiter seal caused some momentary chaos, everything slowly began to settle down. We then began to search for the anima relics, the catalyst to transform gears into omni-gears. In the past, 10 relics had been recovered. It is said that about half of those are in the hands of the Ministry. According to Zephyr, there should be several more relics hidden in the land. We knew then that Solaris would most certainly be searching for them. There was no way we could allow Solaris to have them. Like, can they explain what happened to Solaris, please? Because as far as I'm concerned, Solaris is dead. And all that's left is the Gazel Ministry. And the Gazel Ministry seem to be using the Ethos and Solaris to do their bidding. So if they don't have anything left, then what do they have left? And where's their base of operations? How are they still affecting all of Ignis and whatnot? Like, I need some of that explanation. We visited the place where, using archaic records, Zephyr and her people had been able to get clues from whereabouts of the relics. Following the information we obtained from there, we headed towards the ruins of what seemed to be an ancient civilization. Solaris is dead except Gazel and Krellian's army of mutants. Wow, they really want me to use Home Chick Slice. The big fishbowl looking ship. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I thought that was a Graf's ship, but it then turned out to be the other place. I now recall. Well, I'm not the enemy. My family's been merchants for generations, and we got our own ways to fight. This is my battle. I want to buy something. Sure. Okay, we'll buy one of those. Buy one of those. Buy some of these just in case we gotta use Homeboy Slice, so. You know what? We have plenty of money. We'll buy plenty of those too. Oh, okay. There you go. Black leather. Okay, we'll for Power Ring S, Stamina Ring S. Hey, I could buy Speed Rings again. We're gonna buy 10 of those just because. Let's see. That's where the Gazel Ministry has always been housed. Shopkeeper's Johnny Hammer. Yeah, this guy sells way better equipment. Now let's buy all that. Let's go to items. Buy some evasion rings if you don't have them. We have plenty of money, he says. I do have plenty of money. I don't really care about those. Back. Gear. I mean, yeah, once I start buying gear stuff, that's where I get busted up. But let's see. So we have this one. So if I were to equip this one, I get 5 more output, but I lose a ton of fuel. I I don't think I really need to do that. I think I'm okay with just having a bunch of fuel. Only 5 output. Fine. Let's see. I have 17,000 HP. In armor, we got the Z alloy. I think I'm okay with keeping that. Let me see. I should lock in my final party right now because, well, they're probably going to force me to use Home Chick Slice here. Wow, look at her. She only got 5,400. Oh wait, that's fuel. That's not uh, if I'm going to be using the air rods, I should probably give her more fuel. Let's go with that. And you got the RX metal. You always do the ether armors because response dodges almost every physical attack. Need to. Alrighty, Andvari, you should be fine. Uh, you. You're in a good state there. Buy that. That Z alloy. Oh, you are okay. You already got the most up-to-date stuff. You already got that, so that's fine. That. Got that, so we'll give you this. Fenrir. This guy looks pretty cool. Let me see. Satan, I don't think he really has anything. So I think maybe the 5 output will probably be useful. But since he already has the S50, I think I'm just going to keep him with that. You already got that. Do this. Okay. Let me see. Emeralda's gear is a glass cannon. But the ether does big damage with ether doubler. Gosh, this is a huge upgrade. The FX clear. Charge removes status effects. That's cool. Charge restores 50 fuel. That's also cool. Ooh. A couple of those. Guard ups fuel length. I'm gonna buy one of those. I'm never gonna use them, but you know, cool. The done. Two. Save. If you're not using Aerods with Ellie, you should use her. If he has power magics here. You wouldn't say she's a glass cannon. She gets highest evasion and highest ether defense. You can use her for physical instead of ether. This does seem like a gear place. This is not what I wanted to go to. Is either or. Yeah. Go ahead and give 90. I wish it would tell you how much whatchamacallit. I don't really see anything here that's super useful. Whole lot of blow. Power magic is OP. Ether amp. There. Sure. We'll equip that. No weapons for you. Abilities. Interest. Equip you that. I have the ether doubler thingy on the other person. What's her face? Forget her name. Ellie. Wait, don't I have evasion rings? Evasion ring. Guess I don't. Let me find out what an evasion ring does. Increases evasiveness. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Not used to a shop being able to, or the shops working like this. Evasion ring is like Wild Smile, but 40% instead of 50. Always on and works in gear battles. Wow. I guess my problem is I don't know what I would get rid of for it. I guess I can get rid of this helm. For this, I like the Power Crisis. I think the Power Crisis is good. I guess I can get rid of a speed ring. Actually, well, you I can give it to. You don't have very much HP, so that'll be useful. Do I have speed shoes yet? I do not have speed shoes as far as I'm aware. You don't think you get them? You can get them, but they're the most broken item in the game. They give you a permanent booster for free in Gear 2. Wow. You know, since I am in the end of the game, I might as well use these drives. Uh, um, I don't know who I. Give you one. Vitality. Improve your defense. Strength. No, let's just go all out on Satan. HP. Looks like that's all of them that I have. Except for the EP ones. I don't know who... I want to put those on Ellie, probably. Alright, anyways. It's 7 o'clock. I've, for the most part, reached the 6-hour mark. So I think I might actually end it here. And then I guess most likely on, I don't anticipate a stream tomorrow, but I guess Monday we can continue. And the way things are going, if this last disc is really only about 10 hours, 12 hours or so, then this game should be done by next Friday or so. So I guess we'll see. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. If I don't stream tomorrow, I don't anticipate I will, but if I don't stream tomorrow, I'll be back Monday, 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific to continue and go through this dungeon here. So yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. See you later. Peace.